Man, I thought we were past these half-assed attempts at adapting video games into movies, and I can't even consider this a film. That's how bland and soulless it feels. So today we're talking about Borderlands, directed by Eli Roth and starring Kate Blanchett, Kevin Hart, Edgar Ramirez, and Jack Black. This, guys, was one of the hardest movies I've ever had the displeasure to sit through. And not because it was painful and made me want to gouge my eyes out, my ears maybe, but it committed the worst sin that any movie could commit: be boring. So I'm not really a fan of the Borderlands games. I'll be upfront about that. Not a big fan of the gameplay loop or the characters and writing in those games. So I didn't really expect to like it from the get-go, but I like to have an open mind and not shut it off to the possibility that it might at least be a somewhat fun watch like some other recent video game films have been. I'll say though that reception to this movie before release was really not helping its case. And I know everyone has already talked about how awful the casting is, but it really goes to show just how little effort they put into giving a crap about this. Kate Blanchett and Kevin Hart are particularly awful ones to me here, which is a shame for Kate because she's actually a great actress that can do really well, but you can just feel how little she cares about this. And Kevin Hart just doesn't fit here. You know, usually when they cast him in a role where he's at least supposed to be funny. It's hard to remember if anything he said in this was supposed to be intended as a joke or if it was supposed to be funny in any way. Jack Black, by comparison, seems like the one that makes the most sense as Claptrap, but that doesn't make that character any better. He's still extremely annoying. It's extremely transparent that the cast doesn't exist for the characters, but for that dough they're gonna get from this. So anyways, what is this movie actually about? I really wish I could tell you because I forgot almost all of it as soon as I walked out. So this character, Lilith from the games, I guess, is told by this president of the Space Corpo to save this girl, Tiny Tina, who's also from the games. And then her and their group run around looking for some keys to open a vault that has some stuff in it, I guess. It's not really important what's in the vault. And then they say no to the big Space Corpo guy because he's actually been evil the whole time and he actually wants to do evil things with whatever's in the vault. Honestly, that's more than I thought I would remember. Oh, spoilers, I guess. But there really isn't anything to spoil in this. It's the most safe, tropey, and by the book story you could ever write. I was gonna say AI generated, but even an AI could come up with something better than this. It's genuinely that boring. It feels like things just happen with zero motivations for a set thing to happen other than, oh, this is the part where we need an action scene, or this is when the characters are supposed to be friends and start to like each other because that's when this would happen in any other better movie. Speaking of which, all the characters in this are either flat and uninteresting or unbearably annoying. Jack Black as Claptrap definitely being up there. Not a single thing he ever said in this was funny. It felt like he was there to be background noise, spouting random noises and lines to make up for the nothing happening on screen. But Ariana Greenblatt as Tiny Tina was especially awful to listen to. It's like she was told to pretend to be a cartoon character and exaggerate her mannerisms and performance. I actually cringed during some of her scenes. And I like cringe when it's goofy and unintentional. Intentionally being cringe does not make you funny, and it will never be funny. Please stop. I don't think there were any actual funny jokes in this movie. It just fails as a comedy altogether. For a film to be considered a passable comedy, at least to me, there's gotta be at least 3 jokes in there that hit the mark. Claptrap wasn't funny. Tiny Tina wasn't funny. The big guy with the mask wasn't funny. And Kevin Hart, I don't even think he said one joke in the whole movie. With everything being so bad, one would think that at least the action would be somewhat entertaining, right? It can't all be bad, right? Nope, that's bad too. None of the action scenes are worth talking about. There's nothing memorable or unique or creative or fun. Really terrible editing too. It's almost hard to follow or see what's happening because of the way they shoot and edit around them. Some people are saying that giving this movie an R rating would have made it more entertaining, or fixed the issues that it has. But I can't see giving this some CG blood splatter and gore being anything more than just a crutch. The movie has way more issues than it just not being rated R and not having blood and gore in it. That's not going to fix this movie. It's still awful. There were some really obvious green screens in some scenes too, just adding to the already artificial feel that this movie has. This is an hour and 30 minutes long, and it feels like 2 hours and 30 minutes. I had to fight to not either walk out or fall asleep. I'm talking about this like it's the worst thing ever, but it probably isn't. It's just a boring bad movie to me is worse than if a movie was just bad. Because at least there might be maybe some ironic enjoyment out of a bad film. I really tried to think of any redeeming aspect in this, but there just isn't. This is more of a manufactured product than a film. And for that, I give this product a 1 out of 5. I will never think about this product again, nor do I wish for anyone to watch it. So please do yourself a favor. Don't watch this product, please. Well, that's my review of Borderlands, guys. If you watch this product, which I hope you didn't, please tell me you didn't. Please let me know what you thought about it in the comments. And I hope you have a very good rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Goodbye.